If you're not following the channel, I've been on a mission to ignore new video games and focus on my backlog. And with my OG Xbox library being one of the biggest ones I own, this should be pretty crazy. What is good? This is OWS The King for OWS The King Gaming, your hub for casual gaming. And today we are talking about Apex. So automatically, when you think of Apex, what do you think of? Apex Legends, right? Well, Apex Legends, you can eat it because Atari came up with it first. So the synopsis described Apex as a arcade style racing game with a car dealership manager and racing campaign. But from the few hours I played, it doesn't feel like a arcade racer at all. It's more like an inferior version of Forza Motorsports or Gran Turismo. I say inferior because the game is very light on modes. Atari has something promising here, and if it wasn't for the janky controls that didn't vibe with me, this could have been a classic. Honestly, not many people were expecting Atari to deliver quality video games anymore. We pretty much left that in the 80s and the early 90s. So when you talk about what I liked about it, what I liked about the game is that if you really wanted to spend time and put a lot of effort in playing this, there's a lot to explore. Plenty of cars to drive, split across from different area events. There are like around 40 events total, each with like 4 races covering locations from Italy up here to the States. There is also a healthy variety of cars to unlock, including like the Renault Spider, the Lotus, the MR2 Spider, concept cars, the Mustang Cobra, the Camaro Double S, Aston Martin. They went crazy with the licensed cars here. Didn't know Atari had clout like that anymore. And majority of these you can unlock while you play in the campaign mode, or dream mode as they call it, pretty effortlessly. And it's not behind some weirdo paywall, because I mean, obviously they didn't do that type shit back in the day. So dream mode is where like you and a buddy come up on a mechanic auto garage and you have to build it from the ground up, doing races, selling cars that you put together. You can create your own brand name and design and custom logo to put on to your cars. Pretty dope. This isn't anything new, since you could do similar stuff like this in Midnight Club, but it works real good here. Scenes from your homie keeping you in the know of what to do next. I really don't remember a game implementing a car dealership type of gameplay where if you keep driving certain cars and if you do well, it helps your shop get sales, plus helps in making like the next car that you are working on get funded. And they kind of lay it out there in a way where you can see the sales and what you need to be able to develop your next car. So honestly, dope concept coming from this title. I wouldn't have expected it. But then it goes downhill from here. It really does. The control in this game is fucking terrible, which ruined a lot of older racers like this. They're very loose and jerky. So once you nudge yourself to the left or to the right, you end up spending most of the race just trying to get back to driving straight. It feels like every course you're racing on is on ice. And it's crazy that the synopsis called this game arcade or arcade-like, because it never feels that way. It's very slow, which isn't like the issue, but the AI and the rubber banding is very noticeable in this game. And the rubber banding is real strange in here. In a 6-car race, you can easily work your way back up to second place if you fall behind. But then that's where it ends. The first car The car in first place never seems to get close enough to be behind. It's always either ahead of you or at least beside you. Very bad rubber banding. Tried out multiple cars, and the cars that I was driven, they all felt pretty much the same to drive. There was no difference in any of them, how they felt. None was faster than the others. So I couldn't tell you, other than aesthetic reasons, what was the best car to drive. While there is a nice variety of cars to choose from in the dream mode, by default, you only get about 4 cars to use, like in like trial modes and one-on-one matches. So having more options from the start would have been a little bit better. Other than that, you can have the best looking game with different cars, creative gameplay loop, and plenty of features. But in a racing game, if the core element, driving, feels bad, well, the rest of the experience just don't seem worth it. So it's nothing here that's going to blow your mind, amazing to keep you playing when that part of it is broken. I can't recommend this one to somebody unless you are going to spend hours upon hours getting good. I ain't got time for all that. All right. I got to get back to this backlog, brother. But another good thing that you can find this complete in box for the OG Xbox for like $12. All right. So get it while it's cheap. I imagine here in the next couple of months that physical games will be skyrocketing again, considering that some people just figured out that their digital games isn't actually theirs. So how about that? We might make this a thing, you know, talk about the original Xbox and its games. I got quite a few of them, and we'll check them out and talk about them here on the channel. All right. This is OWS The King for OWS The King Gaming, your hub for casual gaming. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Is Apex a game that you even heard of? If not, does this seem like it's... Don't let me sway you in either way. I always say that. Don't let me sway you. If this looks cool to play, hey, we putting this on your radar. So, all right. Peace.